Hey, good morning. Tara here, and I just want to let you know I was thinking about each of you this morning, and something really big and phenomenal actually hit my heart this morning as I was thinking about you. And I just wanted to let you know a couple of things before I get into the message. And I'm absolutely going to keep this message short because I want it to be effective. It's not a long message, just really simple. It shouldn't take me more than a couple of minutes. And I got to hit the road to get my daughter anyway, so I just want to keep it really short, sweet, and simple. I am going to encourage you, though, and I will let you know when I do it. I'm going to be creating a VIP list, and I'm going to send out a video so that you know exactly, because you're probably like, well, what is a VIP list and what does that mean to me? Well, I know some of you ask questions privately and publicly about meals that I post or something that looks delicious, or you want to know more about just children with special needs and updates there, and how do I do everything in my schedule just around my kids and their special needs and things like that. So in addition to that, it's like, well, how do you work and how do you bring in income and work less hours? How have you been able to scale back so you can be at home more with your family? So all of that and more, I'm going to be covering on something called a VIP list. Again, I'm going to send a video out on this specifically so that you can stay in touch with me. It's meant to be connected with you. You won't have to opt in if you don't want to, but it's just a way to be able to keep in touch together and to be together, and for you to stay tuned to what I'm doing and where I'm going with things. And I want to be connected to you. I want to give you free tools and strategies for free. So that's what the VIP list is going to do. Again, when I get everything up and running, I'm going to send that to you. So feel free to opt into that if you want tips and strategies about freeing up time in the kitchen, or freeing up time to bring in income but not working so hard for it. I mean, whatever that looks like for you, I do want to be able to offer that to you. So just know that that's up and coming. The other thing that I want to connect on really quick, I just want to ask forgiveness for not getting in front of you on Facebook Lives more often, and not sharing with you, and just not getting out there, because there's information that I have that I know is valuable, especially in time management. I get a lot of stuff done. If you knew what was on my plate, oh my goodness, right? But I have some gifts and I have some talents, and I have things that I think would bring value to the marketplace that I just haven't been as open to sharing. I've been kind of letting some distractions and some other things get in the way that I didn't realize were hindrances until this morning. And so my goal and my commitment to you is to start getting in front of you a little bit more often. And I'm hoping that these videos become more and more exactly what it is that you need to hear and want to hear. So feel free to, in the comments section, to post, what would you like to hear about? I mean, remember, I am a mother with 2 children, and they have special needs and crazy schedules, and I still meal prep and meal plan, and I still free up my time to go on dates and spend with my kids. So I want to be able to help you to have more of that time leveraged. I want to help you to be able to increase income or time spent, and setting business hours and things like that. I mean, there's so many topics we could cover. I'm not going to cover them strictly in this message, but just know my heart is to help you in some of those areas and more too, not just that. And I want to be a source of encouragement and inspiration for you and support. And that's what I wanted to talk with you about today, actually. It's funny how that's leading right into today's topic so quickly. But here's my heart and here's the truth, right? So, I actually uploaded a couple of videos in a class that I'm taking, and I wanted them reviewed, and I realized, here's everybody, not that I was comparing, but I'm looking at my class like, okay, they did their homework and followed the steps. They followed the recipe for success, and they uploaded their videos, and I have not. And what stopped me from uploading my videos, and it was just something really that simple. And I realized that I was hiding, and I was hiding behind the criticism and the rejection of what other people thought. And I really thought I was somebody that got over that. And truthfully, you would think it would be natural for me to want to do videos and want to share content. But truthfully, it's something that makes me hurl. It does not come naturally to me. I know I make it look really simple, but it's not easy for me to get here in front of a camera with you guys every day. And my mentors, actually, one of my mentors is challenging me to do that on a daily basis to grow. And I started thinking about it. You know, if I'm hiding behind and I'm not sharing, you know, schoolwork or classwork, or I'm not sharing with other people, I really am in a position that I'm hiding. And how am I supposed to grow as a person or expect and challenge you guys to grow if I'm not willing to grow myself, if I'm not willing to learn new tools and strategies, and I'm going to hide behind myself? How am I going to grow? I'm never going to grow. If I can't get over the criticism of other people and rejection and honestly what they think of me, I'm never going to get anywhere. You know, I'm never going to gather boldness. It's never going to be the right time. I can hide behind any excuse that I want. I can hide behind time. I can hide behind income. I can hide behind other people's success. I can hibernate behind other companies. I can let my kids and my spouse get in the way and be the reason that I'm not uploading content or I'm not sharing. Hey, Ashley, so good to have you. And, you know, I could hide behind all those things, but the truth is that those things are not going to help me to grow. Getting out of my comfort zone in my shell is, you know, and here it was, just a simple video for class, you know. It was a safe place. They were willing to give me constructive feedback and encouragement. I'm still waiting to hear back because I uploaded them really late last night. But, you know, I didn't want them to think that I just looked stupid. And how many times do we do that? We start to do something and we're not sure exactly how to do it. And if it's not good and it's not right and it's not perfect, we're just not going to do it. Or we're going to do it privately and hide it. And we're still going to do it, but we're not going to share it. Because that would make us vulnerable, and if it doesn't look good or we don't think that it looks good, then it must not be that good. And that's the thing. That's still making assumptions of other people. And that's making assumptions of ourselves too. And that's like slamming the door on somebody and just saying, well, I don't need you. I got this. So I'm just going to go do my thing. And we do it all the time. That's the thing. It's so much easier. I mean, for real, let's just be real. It's so much easier sometimes just to do it by ourselves or on our own and not to partner and team up with others. But here's the thing. We were meant to do things together. Like, God didn't just put you here on earth separately so you could accomplish something by yourself. No, even from the beginning of creation, the Bible, he gave Adam and Eve. He didn't just give Adam or just Eve. He gave each a partner. Actually, he gave Adam a partner, which was Eve, right? You know? So from the beginning of time, we've had partners. I'm not here to get all religious, but I'm just here to say that, you know, we've had partners from the beginning of time. So why do we try to do things on our own strength? You know, and what looks like our own beauty, but it's really not. It's really not. It's called being selfish. We're being selfish with our time and the things that we're doing because we're not even willing to let somebody come alongside of us and help them. If it makes us vulnerable, oh no, we're just going to push them away. We're just going to push it under the rug because it's uncomfortable. Well, did you ever stop to think that being uncomfortable is because you're meant to grow and you're being guided and led in a new direction? So we need to be able to humble ourselves and we need to be willing to ask for help. We don't have it all on our own. When we try to do things on our own, that's why we're exhausted. That's why we drop the ball. That's why we just can't do it anymore and we get burnt out and we get stressed out because we didn't communicate. We didn't let somebody know that we needed something. We didn't let anybody know what our weaknesses were or that we were having a difficulty with something. It's easier just to not talk about it because that would mean that we would have to open up and expose something about ourselves that either A, we don't like, or B, that we're scared of, or see that we're uncomfortable with. But I was listening to this jam this morning in my car. Yes, I love to worship in the morning. How about you? I love listening to worship music, like on the way somewhere. You know, it just, especially in the morning, because it gets my foundation started to my day, and I can get my mindset in the right place. Because sometimes we wake up and we have that carryover from the night before and it's like, yuck, you know, or maybe we were in a good place, but for some reason in the morning, you know, I know sometimes for myself, I wake up and I'm like, I'm already thinking, right? And I'm overthinking and I'm thinking of all the things that I need to get done or accomplish for that day. Even if I make a list, I'm still thinking about it. I tend to overthink a lot. So for me, it's like, no, let's get rid of this and let's start our race right with God. It's not about us doing things. It's about what he wants to do in us and how he wants to hold us accountable. You listen to it at night, Ashley? That's awesome. I should practice doing that. How do you feel when you listen to worship music, by the way, at night? I always feel like when I do it in the morning, like more of a refreshing, but I haven't thought about doing it at night and letting that carry over to my morning. I think I'm going to try that. That's a really good point. I'm really glad you shared that with me. That's awesome. Anyway, but yeah, feel free to keep chiming in, Ashley. It's good. I like that. I want to communicate with you guys, by the way. So if you share information with me and through me in the comment section here, then that allows me to better connect with you too and engage and build off of the conversation too. It doesn't have to all just be me sharing. So I just want to encourage that as well. But yeah, I mean, you know, and sorry about that, you guys. I got a call coming in. When I take that moment and that time to really build off of something and to really grow and to, yeah, you just listen to it when you're sleeping. Ooh, that's a good idea. I need peace and quiet though, so I'm gonna have to pray about that. But that's cool if that really works for you. But yeah, I noticed when I was listening to this song this morning, the song said that even fear would have to be able to bow down to the Lord. Like fear doesn't have a choice. It has to commit to the Lord. Isn't that awesome? So it's like think about that. It's like any hindrance, distraction that the enemy pulls and leads our way to keep us from doing the thing he has called to do. When we confess that to the Lord, that anxiety, that depression, that fear must bow down and submit to the ways of the Lord. So that means that nothing that is going on, no distraction, nothing can stay on you. It all has to go, especially when you commit your ways to the Lord. When I listen to worship music, that's me committing my mindset and my ways of saying, okay, not in my strength do I do these things, but in your strength. So I had to repent. So whenever I feel an emotion, a negative emotion, yeah, that's true, Ashley, I agree. Anytime I feel a negative emotion or I feel something that's not checking in my spirit, that's a good indicator that I'm trying to do that on my own strength. And then that's considered striving. That's not even scriptural or biblical. That's not of God to do things on our own. When we were brought here to love on people, yes, maybe we're not in a church pulpit ministering the word of God, but we still are called to serve the needs of others in every area. Our spouse, our relationships, you know, our children, our workplace, you know, our businesses. I mean, wherever we're at. I mean, it could be the grocery store, the gas station. You know, those people need loved and encouraged too. And sometimes, like, you know, I've even been guilty of it. I have a word for somebody and I think about them, but I'm like, this is just weird. And then I don't want to share it because it's just like, whoa, I don't know this person. But you know what? I had to repent this morning and I'm like, no, I'm called to serve this person in the grocery store and at the gas station when I make payment for my gas. I need to give this word. You know, I need to share this word. So we're not meant to hide information for ourselves. We're meant to share information because it's not even just about us growing, but it's about who we're challenging to grow with us. Sometimes I get a word for myself and then I immediately start thinking of people's names like, oh, I would love to share this with so-and-so and so-and-so. But if I allow myself to get distracted, I may not share that word or I may forget about that until later on. And the thing is, we can't be afraid to ask for help Or maybe when we share that word, that other person's going to give us some wisdom, knowledge that we're going to be missing an opportunity because, oh no, we're scared that we're vulnerable and we can't share information because then we're exposed. Ooh, listen to that. That just sounds really ridiculous and it sounds really silly. And we can't, allow ourselves to stay in that place. That's going to stunt our growth and keep us in a valley and in a plateau. Don't be afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to grow. Don't be afraid to go in a new direction. Don't be afraid if you don't have the skills and the tools and what it takes to succeed. Don't be afraid to go and to get that help. Don't be afraid to invest, because if that's a skill set you need in order to grow, I encourage you, go after it. Connect with that person who's going to make you grow and be a bigger person. Yes, even myself, I'll encourage and love on you, but I'm going to challenge you to keep growing no matter where you're at. We don't have to be in the same company. We don't have to be in the same business. We don't even have to be in the same circle of friends. But one thing that I know is that the reason I'm doing these Facebook Lives, even though they're not as on point as maybe somebody else's, is because I'm challenging myself to grow with you guys, to learn new things that are going to help each other grow. It's a partnership. It's a relationship business. Has nothing to do with the business or company in particular, but we're doing life together. We're partnering. It's still a relationship. It's still give and take, right? We need the accountability. We need to encourage each other to have accountability. So the secret is, just don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're hiding and you feel stuck, or you want to grow and you're going in a new direction, or you feel uncomfortable and it's time to make some change, the secret is, for today, ask for help. Okay? Even if it's somebody you have to go to that's a trusted source, even if it's somebody that you're not always comfortable with, or you're throwing yourself on the line, don't be afraid to take that risk. Don't be afraid to make an investment into your personal growth, your development, your business, your schooling, your education, your marriage, as long as it's a trusted source. Of course, you want to seek results from somebody that has what you're looking for. You want the wisdom from somebody that you're going to glean that fruit from. But some of that low-hanging fruit may not always be so obvious. You're going to have to step out and ask for help in order to get to that other side. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to put those excuses that you're hiding from aside, and just allow yourself to grow and to receive. This is your time. It's time for you to receive. I believe that this message really is for somebody today. You have wanted to ask for help, but you just haven't. And you're letting everything else get in the way of focusing on that thing that you're being called and led to do in the moment. So I encourage you to put that aside today. It doesn't matter if you're a believer or not. This message is universal. Just put that aside. Okay? And humble yourself, ask for that help, ask how you can get to the other side. All you have to do is ask. Thank you so much. It's been a joy and a pleasure in connecting with you. Got to go get my daughter, but I look forward to connecting with you. I'm going to really be in prayer for you guys today. I really believe in you. I'm going to see what tomorrow brings, but it's a joy and a pleasure to connect with you as always. And until tomorrow, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.